Hey everybody, it's Mr. Buddy here, and I am currently making a Pokemon-inspired game called Buddymon. I've been meaning to make a video that goes through and gets people caught up with what I've been doing for a while now, and with development finally ramping up and the team needing long-term funding and support, now is the perfect time to put my idea out there and see if it gains any traction. Everything I'm about to talk about and any footage that you see is pre-prototype and subject to change. Also, I'm doing this live, so expect there to be many flubs and lots of problems, as I need to control the character and give you guys a good look at the game as I'm recording the dialogue, so I thought I would dual task it. Not my best idea. Anyways, so first of all, one thing I want to hit home right now is that Buddymon is and will be a full-fledged playable game. Unlike my regional videos, which were just a collection of ideas I had for potential Pokemon games, Buddymon will be an actual game that you can play and experience for yourself. It's an original monster-catching RPG where you get to explore the Orelon region, which is based on the West Coast United States. Befriend and battle Buddymon, and get swept up in a branching narrative with two groups of people caught in a tense conflict. Though this is heavily inspired by Pokemon, and a lot of the tone and feeling, and both creature design and just how the world is depicted, is based heavily on the aspects I love from the franchise, this is technically, and legally, not a Pokemon fan game. Everything within Buddymon is built from the ground up with original assets, from the battle system to the monster sprites and designs, and even the music. Though it's intentionally made to feel reminiscent of Pokemon, it is very much its own original IP. Now, I'm sure you have a few questions about all of this, and I'll try to answer some of the most common ones that I usually see pop up. Is this connected in any way to your older regional videos? The answer to this is yes and no. Technically, because this will be an original creature-catching franchise now, I can't continue any of the Pokemon-related stories from those regional videos. That being said, I can, and plan on, redoing many of those regions and plotlines in the Buddymon world. If you've seen some of my recent lore videos, you might have noticed that I've been integrating many of my old Buddyverse ideas and characters into the lore of Buddymon, though there won't be a game based around them for a while. Also, many of the Fakeamon I made for my videos are going to be turned into Buddymon for the first game, such as the Water Horse Hooble line from the Italy region, the Steampunk Spider Telescrawl line from my England region, Narbrel and Yappers from the original West Coast region, and a ton of others. Will Team Buddy return? I'm very biased towards Team Buddy because in a lot of ways they're what sparked my entire journey from being a Pokemon fan, to writing Pokemon fan fiction, to making what is ostensibly 2-hour-long regional videos, and now to making my own game. So I think it's safe to say that Team Buddy will eventually return. Maybe not in the first game, but the Pompadours, Buddyizing Bayhives, and 1950s Stepford vibes will all be fully intact when they eventually return to the limelight. What sets Buddymon apart from Pokemon and other creature-catching games? A great question that I get asked a lot of times. The similarities between Buddymon and Pokemon are pretty obvious. You explore a region, capturing monsters and battling them. But what exactly stands out about Buddymon? What makes it unique? Well, over the next few months, I'm going to release a series of videos where I go more in depth on features I'm planning to include in my game that really make it stand out. I'm going to be breaking it up kind of like a regional video, where there will be a video dedicated to the region in Buddymon and some of the gameplay mechanics you'll find in the overworld, one dedicated to new Buddymon creature ideas where I also go in depth on the battle system, and then the final one will be about the story, where I talk about characters and how I want Buddymon to give the player more of a branching narrative and focus. Sorry, I'm really trying here, team. Okay. Diving briefly into a couple of those aspects so you get a feel for what I'm aiming for here, I'm designing the game to have more of an emphasis on exploration. The towns and pathways between them are going to be larger than Pokemon's and much more open. There will be side quests you can find all over the world that yield a variety of rewards, and I'm working hard to have Buddymon naturally incorporated into the region and feel like they're actually part of the world and its ecosystem. Because I'm more of a story-leaning person, the narrative is also taking a focus in Buddymon. I'm trying to write the story in such a way that the characters, and especially antagonists, feel like fully fleshed out three-dimensional characters with personality, emotions, and problems that are much more than just, I'm a bad guy because blah blah blah. In addition to this, more of an emphasis is put on player choice in shaping the narrative. Some side quests, not all, will have branching paths decided by your decisions, and there's a big choice you have to make in the story that will shape the core path of your main quest. I want to have choices and consequence mean something in my game, and this is one of the things that I personally am really excited for. As far as the battle system goes, we're still in the designing stages for it, but I want there to be more of an emphasis put on strategy and tactics. In my experience, I felt that recent Pokemon games have become somewhat easy to charge straight through, and for Buddymon, I want to make the games a little more strategic. We're experimenting right now with things like a personal skill tree for Buddymon, boosts you apply to your trainer, a stamina-based battle system, difficulty levels, and much more. Will there be character customization? At this moment in time, there is not character customization. Because I want the player to feel really more involved with the story, they're going to actually talk and have personality. You'll still be able to name them, choose your pronouns, and equip different costumes you earn through a variety of challenges, but there won't be a full customization experience where you can change every aspect of the character. Now this is one of the important questions up here, so everybody listen up. How much will the game cost, and what systems will it be on? Pricing wise, it's hard to say how much the game will be in the end, though I can say that I'm personally shooting for something in the $30 to $40 US range. Once again, really hard to say this early on in development, but personally that's what my heart is set on. As far as systems that we'll launch on goes, we're planning for an initial Steam release with consoles in the future at some point. Are shinies going to be in the game? We are going to have a shiny equivalent. I'm honestly really surprised that so many people have asked about this, but Buddymon will have a rare alternate colored version you can encounter. We're also looking to include other alternate colors and designs outside of shinies, but we're still in the early talk stage for that. How can we support Buddymon? Is there a Kickstarter or Patreon? While Kickstarter is definitely in the plans for the future, at the moment, we're currently trying to gain traction and cultivate interest in the game. I'd hate to launch a Kickstarter campaign too early and have people feel too unsure to pledge, so over the next few months, we're relying solely on our Patreon, which you can find a link to in the description below, as we build up interest in Buddymon. Eventually, we will be going into crowdfunding, and I hope that soon I'll have more concrete info I can share on all of that. In the meantime though, as I said, our Patreon is up, and direct donations are always welcome as well. I want to stay in the know with Buddymon. How exactly can I do that? Well, you are in luck because, just as I said before, you can follow me on Twitter or join the aforementioned Patreon, both of which you'll find a link in the description below. Sorry everyone, this is maybe the 4th time I've recorded this script. I'm trying as hard as I can. Okay. So that's a quick overview of Buddymon, the original creature-catching RPG I'm making. I've seen so much confusion around it. Is it a video series, a rebrand, and I wanted to make this quick overview to set the record straight. It's an exciting new venture where I get to channel the creativity I usually bring to Pokemon regions into an original game idea. If you like my regional videos, I think there's a good chance you like the direction I'm taking this game in, and that's my overall hope with Buddymon as a whole. Next month's video is going to focus on the battle system and Buddymon themselves. The flow of combat, special mechanics, stats Buddymon have, and so on. Thanks so much for watching this quick update video. Thank you for bearing with me as I'm trying to do this without my usual setup, doing it in the live stream. Hopefully next month when I record the video, my equipment won't have frozen because of freaking negative 50-degree weather. It doesn't matter. I'm ranting. Forgive me. Anyways, thanks so much for watching this video. Hopefully this gives you a look at the new game I'm creating. Happy trails to you and your Wateroo.